All right, cool. There we go. All right, guys. So we got Somethingprettie. This is damn. I've done a couple episodes already. Very proud of that.
Nice.
3, 4, 5. This is episode 6. We're on episode 6 right now. Yeah. So this is episode 6, and yeah. So we're gonna do this. All right, guys. Are you guys ready for the ThinkOf Artist Podcast? The only art podcast on Twitch. Isn't that crazy? Oh. Moving on. Transition. There we go. All right, there we go. Welcome. Somethingprettie. How's it going?
It's going. How are you?
I am doing great. Just frustrated. I'm trying to make a new design for one of my characters, and it was not working that well.
Nice.
you know,
Not everything works out. It's kind of just you fiddle with it, and then if you gotta scrap it and move on, you do that.
Yeah, I did like 3 position stuff, and it's like it's because I'm trying to step up my game. You know how it is.
Oh God, yeah, no, same. Always looking to improve over time.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, okay, I gotta bring something new to the table. I can't just continue doing the same thing over and over.
Right.
But in a way, this is not about me. This is about you. All about you. All the attention is about you. You could be.
Oh my, I like it.
Yeah, it's all about you. And the vibe of the stream could be your vibe, right? If you curse, not curse, whatever.
Right on. Okay, so I can get super raunchy in here.
Yeah, literally, you could, because the whole point of this podcast is for the artists to feel comfortable to talk about their stuff. And I would not want to censor anybody. Yeah, so we're gonna go from there.
Okay.
All right, so I got my questions right here. You got some of the questions. So that's like be the majority questions I'll be asking, but I got some other things as well planned on the side, which I believe I sent it to you.
Yeah, you sent me a list. I looked over it. I didn't plan out too much of anything. I think it's better to wing most of that anyway, because it comes out more honest and authentic. I feel like.
No, yeah, that's the point. But like, it's good to. I think it's good to have like questions a little bit ahead, so you know what you're expecting for the most part.
Right.
So nothing's like out of nowhere, like, huh? For the most part. I mean, I'm gonna ask some questions like top of my head, but we'll see. All right, so we're just gonna start from the beginning. While I'll fix everything else because something will be acting a little weird, but everything else in the podcast will be fine. All right, so we're gonna go for the first question and start from there. All right, how's it? Oh, by the way, how's everybody doing? Hope you guys doing awesome. The podcast is about like an hour, so all right, cool. All right, so the first question: how do you start making art, and why did you start making art?
How and why did I start making art? I've been drawing since young. I think it had been just a big passion, very young for me. My mom always just shoved art supplies at me because it's what I spent the majority of my time doing when I was little, and I never stopped. So, I mean, there was a period of time, I would say about 4 years ago, that I hadn't been drawing for a while. I had a chunk of time where I put everything down and I concentrated on work and then I picked it up again one day and I was like, why did I ever stop this? So I've been focusing on it ever since.
So why? Wait, so you took a little break from art?
Yeah, kind of
kind of what?
Not a great. Well, I'm trying to find the words for it. Not a great chunk in my life, but I think it was also necessary to get the gears going again and create things that are a little more impactful going forward. So I think that hard part of my life was instrumental in being successful now.
Okay. So pretty much, I know that you have your own personal style, and I guess this question will kind of relate to your art journey. What art do you most identify with?
I really identify with classic fantasy work. For example, artists like Frank Frazetta or Brahm, or who do these huge, amazing, beautiful oil paintings, mostly. A lot of fantasy stuff. Think more of like the old style Conan art. That would be Frazetta's work, what he's most famous for. And lots of dragons and things and fantasy. So I'm really into that realistic fantasy world, and that's where I'm trying to push my art to be one day.
Do you have how do you spell that name? Because I'm trying to find him.
Frazetta.
Yeah.
Let me Google it. I'll get a link. Are links good in your chat, by the way? Can I just pop it right into chat?
Oh yeah. It's good. It's completely good. That's completely fine. Yeah, because I'm trying to find the artist. I just don't know how to spell.
Uh,
Well, I don't know how to.
All right. So there's a Wikipedia link for Frank Frazetta. And he's done an insane amount of work in his life and worked on
There we go.
you know,
Found them.
things for movies, movie posters, stuff like that.
They
Huge
go.
oil paintings and things.
From Zeta, Bugger Friends. Oh, so he made also comics here and there back in the day. Early work, book covers. Oh wow. Oh, okay. I see what you're
And
coming. Okay, I see what you're going
and
for.
I would put up Brahm, but there's a nudity in his stuff. So I could put the in the um, in the chat, but I wouldn't
Actually, you could.
screen if you can avoid.
Uh,
Oh,
you,
this.
you could send it on Discord, and I could just edit it in on the podcast. Like like just because I've been fine with
Okay.
that. So I could do like an edit version of it.
I'll just put his website on in your message thing there. Yeah.
All
There you
right,
go.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, Frazetta, wonderful, extremely inspiring. His use of color and shapes and anatomy and everything's just so powerful and very warm, but also like a desaturated warm. And just the compositions are always so. I just think power when I see it. There's just so much life in it.
Yeah, he
Um,
really knows how to use the black, like shaded black to like really make everything pop.
Oh yeah, the darks. Yeah, his values are absolutely just phenomenal.
Yeah, okay. Now,
Very
okay.
dramatic.
Actually, we could just go to your Instagram and then we could like see the inspiration of it.
Oh, I don't know if there's anything recently that has any I don't know. Maybe there it is. I just
well,
find
well, with the dragons in the black and gray, it looks like you're working on your volumes, like like your
my values,
values. Sorry,
the
I don't say
values in the
volumes. Yeah. So that's what it looks like you're working on
I've been doing a
lately.
lot of graphite recently, yeah.
Do you want to talk about
Just
your
as
recent
in
art piece?
between I mean, I'm working on a ton of different things. I have an entire series of dragons and oil paints that I'm working on at the moment, but I've been doing some smaller watercolor pieces, and recently I'm using liquid graphite, which has been a total trip. I'm loving it as a medium, and I've just been adding in sketching, getting back to some graphite things in between all the oil paintings I've been working on. So
What is liquid graphite? I never heard of that.
it's absolutely amazing. Let me get a link for you. It's basically it works like watercolor. It comes in a little tin, but it's graphite, and it's a little more unforgiving than watercolor is because there's not a whole lot of like erasing after you put it down. Um, but it works more like an ink, I would think, and it dries really quickly. Get you my.
Oh, that's very interesting because I never heard of that at all. Like at all.
It's a recent discovery, and I'm falling in love with it. Apparently, there's also liquid charcoal.
What?
So you can't get the values very deep with the graphite, but apparently with the liquid, if you add in the liquid charcoal with it, it works really well for pushing those dark areas. I've been using um, watercolors to get those, pushing in those dark areas. But Let's see. Let me get you. There we go. I'm gonna just pop it into chat here.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, go for it.
There you go.
Amazon. Oh.
It's like super cheap and it lasts forever. Forever. I mean, I've done a couple larger illustrations with it, and I've hardly even scratched the surface of it. You can still see the text on the top of the tin, so it's pretty intense stuff. I love it.
I mean, like, if this is what you say it is, that means like making shading and all that could be a lot more simple instead of using other tools to it, right?
Yeah, it blends, and it's such a smooth blend because if you've ever used watercolor before, it works similarly to that. Although you want to go light layers and build up. Same with watercolor, but it has this very smooth blend about it for sure.
Oh, okay. So you want to go with like light to dark, just like watercolor, pretty much.
Definitely. You want to start, have a little scrap of paper or something to see where your tones are gonna be, because once it goes down on the paper, it's gonna be hard to get it up again. You gotta you know, and also use good watercolor paper, not regular paper, because it's a saturated thing like watercolor, so it's gonna mess your paper up if you put too much water in it.
Oh, okay. So you need like one of those Duke papers.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually, it's gonna go to the next question. What themes do you pursue in your art?
Themes.
Yeah.
Well, I guess going back to the whole fantasy thing. So definitely a lot of dragons and monsters, um, and not just subject matter as far as theme. I really am attracted to chunky texture, and just almost like you can touch it. I really love texture and visceral, that whole visceral thing. Um, so that plays a big role in my style, I would say.
Do you have any art piece that kind of like uh kind of
As
influence
an
your art?
example,
Well, no, well, like influence your art. Where like this is where I want to take my art and push forward, and this piece kind of
maybe that
was.
Riddick piece. I don't know. I don't really have any one piece that like every piece that I finish. It's like, wow, this is it gets better every time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of, and I've also experimented with a lot of different subjects and styles recently. So it's like they all kind of influence each other. And I work with multiple types of mediums. So whether it's digital, watercolor, oil paint, etc. They all influence each other because you learn things from each one. You can apply it to another. Um,
Well, this is so. Do you think that artists in today's age it's good to learn multiple mediums instead of just one?
Absolutely, absolutely. You can learn things about how oil paint, for instance. If you're studying oil paint for a bit, you can learn so much about how the paint moves and reacts to each other, and you can apply that to things like your digital paintings, because you're seeing how the paint layers in an entirely different way.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I see. So like with the multiple mediums, I mean, do you think it also like it makes an artist progress faster too?
I would say that. I
Is
would
it,
say that. I think an understanding of lots of different mediums is very important for progression.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That. Yeah. I mean, I do agree with that too, personally. But, yeah, the more mediums, better. The more mediums you do, the more jobs you get. um,
Right.
and as a you're a freelance artist, right? Are you full time?
Yeah, I'm a full-time artist. So
Uh.
I own. So it's not just my art though that makes my ability to be full-time a thing, though. I do own an art gallery, so I represent lots of different artists around the world. And this last year, I've had to readjust my business plan a little bit, based on COVID and everything. I couldn't conduct business in person. So I've been focusing more on my own personal things this last year, but I do lots of different things.
What is like your biggest one within your art world that kind of like made you pursue more art in full time? So like since you own a gallery right now, and then when COVID hit, what did you do to adjust for COVID? Like did you just like start making more art, or like what adjustments was it?
I actually, well, I'm really fortunate that I had uh, already started full-time streaming at that point, and I already had like a community established at the point that COVID hit. So I ended up spending more time and resources poured into my Twitch community, and that I mean, thank God for Twitch, because I don't know what I would have done. I lost all of my conventions and things. I couldn't do um, in-person sales at the shop or whatever. I don't have the shop anymore, and um, it's so I just basically reevaluated how I needed to do business, and I really feel fortunate too, because I was able to focus more in on my own personal work and grow those skills over the last year. So I think I've improved in leaps and bounds here on Twitch.
Well, actually, this is that's a perfect thing that you actually talked about Twitch, because I do want to I do want to ask you, what do you think the state of art on Twitch is? Like, do you think it's good, bad? Any opinions about it right now?
I think that um, it's definitely a small community, and I don't think that Twitch uses as many resources as they could to um, promote the Twitch category. And there's lots of reasons for that. They pull their resources where they're going to get the most out of it, and there are other types of streamers that make them more money. And as artists, like we're not there totally focused on Twitch. We're there for our own interests, right? So we're always promoting like other avenues, and sales of artwork, and Patreons and all that other kind of thing. And so our focus isn't making money through Twitch necessarily. And Twitch doesn't see a cut of that. So they're not going to put their resources where their resources aren't going to be well spent. So there's a big reason why the art community on Twitch is not promoted as heavily as we feel it should be, but it's very much a business decision on their end, in my opinion.
And what could I guess since like what could the artist do to make us like to put our images through Twitch for like events and put us more in forefront instead of in the back end? Because like the DMC happened.
Diversify.
Oh, go.
That's the
Diversify.
only Yeah, that's the only real way to grow on this platform is catch as many eyes as possible by diversifying it. And I'm not talking just art, but adding in other categories, or even streaming in other categories with art. So like, let's say you're doing a fan art piece of a game, pop your stream, put the category in that game for a little bit,
Mm.
and see where it's, see how many extra eyes you get on that based on the viewership that's already there. Because they're not going to be clicking on art category all the time if they're not totally into it. They don't know they're into it. You got to sell them on it. So I mean, go where they are. Don't expect them to come to you.
Mm.
Diversifying categories is the best way to get yourself out there.
Okay. Yeah. I think that I can see that because I think like long ago they did like the Last Guardian contest.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them were in the Last Guardian category instead of art, and I think that's how they find new people, or they find out, oh, this
It's a
artist
very
here.
smart way to go. It's the only way to go, because I mean, there's only so many faces that are going to be coming through this section.
Okay, okay. Well, I mean, that's pretty much what like the other artists been telling me about it. Just do other things and kind
Yeah.
of hopefully Twitch would
Be
notice somehow.
consistent.
Kind of thing.
Be consistent. Be diligent. Twitch isn't going to do anything for you,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
You've got to put yourself in front of those eyes. It's hard, but be consistent, and you'll see results.
There you go. Yeah, that's like one of the reasons why I wanted to start this podcast. Is like they're not gonna do it. Might as well I will do it. Something
Yeah, no, this is
added.
great. I'm excited for you.
I appreciate that. Hopefully, it's going well.
It's,
um,
I mean, I'm having a good time.
well, we're gonna get a little bit. I guess you could say controversial a little bit. This is an option. This is an optional question. What is your opinions about NFTs?
You know, I don't really see this as I mean, it is kind of a controversial thing, but I have no hate for anybody who's diving into NFTs. I haven't looked too much into it myself. I've got way too many other things going on, and I I have no opinion one way or the other, like as far as like ever doing it, yada yada yada. That being said, I do know some artists that have made some really good money on it. I have read that there is like a huge environmental impact based on the data mining portion of it, like the way that you're paid, etc., which is obviously a bad thing. But that's going to be done anyway, in my opinion. Like, people are going to be mining that anyway, and whether or not they're going to be spending it on your art or not is up to you. So you can either take advantage of the bad that's already happening, because there's no way they're going to stop, or you can miss out on it, I guess. I don't know. I have no plans currently to do anything NFT related, but I also have no hate for anybody taking advantage of a system that's in place right
Okay, okay. It's very interesting to hear that because I had one artist who's against it, with it, and one in the middle. So you're like in the middle, I guess you could put
now.
it right
Yeah, I
now.
mean, I never really, so I'm pretty moderate with most of my opinions on things because I feel like I just feel like having such an adverse opinion about something. I don't know. I'm not really one to feel much conflict about things because it's not in my control or in my hands. So I'm not. I, why would I get worked up about it? That's going to happen regardless if I'm upset about it. So I'm
True,
not really
true.
worried about it.
Yeah, true. I mean, you can't really control like, oh, stop doing this. Okay, we're gonna hear you. We're gonna stop. No, it's not that. It doesn't
Right.
work like that. So I guess you're saying like trying to find the positive about NFTs and build that up
Right.
and fix the like.
You just pay attention to the positive parts because the negative parts are going to happen anyway, and there's no reason to get all worked up about it.
All right, so we got an artist right in the middle, it makes sense. It totally makes sense. Especially because NFTs are very new, you know. So back to your
It's
art. Oh, go ahead.
I am just saying it's not so the ability to buy things with that currency. It's not the NFT's fault. Like, people are going to be spending that currency on other things. I find it really great that an artist can take advantage of something that's getting a little bigger piece of the pie based on um, digital currency right now. Honestly, like, they're going to be mining anyway. So I'm sorry, I already answered that, but yeah.
No. It's perfectly fine. I mean, like, because NFT, like I said, it's very new. So, I'm just very curious of artist stance on it. Like just because it's a new thing. It's gonna keep blowing up. Like you said, I don't think it's gonna stop anytime soon. Especially with how
Right.
crypto's been growing lately, more and more.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, there's not really that much of NFTs, especially like opinions about artists about NFTs right now. So I'm just trying to get as many opinions as I can and put
Most
them out.
I kind of avoid that subject, like, in my own
Mm,
stream, I would say,
right.
because there are so many artists and individuals that are just extremely against it, but
Mm-hmm.
they're focusing on something that is not the NFT process or whatever. It's not its fault at all. It's something that's already happening. And it has been happening for years and years. So it's like, um, I don't know. I guess it's just a topic that I avoid usually on my
Right. So yeah,
own.
Yeah, and that's why I kind of like want to ask him on the podcast, because it's kind of like this is about like the artist's opinion about
Right.
about certain things. So this is one of the perfect times to ask that type of question, because I completely understand when you're doing a stream, you want to avoid those talks, because it kind of
Yeah, my
ruins the
place is
vibe
a
a bit.
pretty neutral, positive place.
Right.
So we don't talk politics or anything like that. Religion, all those hot button things that people get angry about for no reason, and you know.
Yeah,
Well, I'm sure
exactly.
they think they have a reason to, but I'm just like, nah, I'm here to chill.
Right. Everyone has like their own vibe on streams. If you're a political Andy, as people call them, or not. I completely understand, and I guess hopefully the viewers understand. Like, hey, I don't want to talk about this on stream. Want to chill, want to relax.
Right. Yeah.
That makes sense. But right here in the podcast, you can talk about anything you want.
Nice.
So there you go. But yeah, thank you for giving your opinion about NFTs. And we're gonna go right to the next question. What is the weirdest commission you ever got it, or if you have not, commission that you heard of someone else getting it?
I one comes to mind immediately. So I
Ooh.
had gotten a commission. It was kind of a furry commission, but it was it was an extremely sexualized, very, very pornographic image of two dragon women. I took no pictures of it. It was a very private commission. I didn't even
Wow.
talk about it or anything. I just did it and sent it off, and but I got paid good for it, so right on.
Well, I mean, thank you for telling us here on ThinkOf
Yeah.
Podcast, ThinkOf Artist Podcast. Let's go. Let's get. Um. So, will you turn down any commission if it's like too much for you, or is you just like in this one, in this case, you kind of like
Nothing's too much for me. I can draw anything. I don't give a shit.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Like I'll draw. I mean, if the price is good enough, I'll draw pornographic content. I mean, why not? It's there's. I have nothing against any of that. It's like, all right, if I'm because I don't take too many commissions. But if they're wanting to pay me enough, like I'll slide it in there and you know make it happen.
two dragons doing it.
Yeah, but they were women. They were women. So it was like they were dragon women. So it was like a pornographic image of women, but they had like horns and scales and stuff. And yeah.
Is
So
it? Is the picture on your Patreon? I click on your Patreon.
no,
It's 18 plus.
no, I took no pictures of it. I didn't even talk about it. It was
uh,
a very private thing. I just wanted, yeah.
okay. Yeah. No, I'm just very curious to see it now. That's why I'm just curious seeing it.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had taken a picture of it now in hindsight.
All right. So
Hindsight's
yes.
2020 and all that.
Yeah. So pretty much you would do any commissions online, so prices right. Pretty much.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So that pretty much goes to the next question. How do you price your work?
I mean, there's a standard way to price artwork. It's just materials times time plus adjustments based on demand. So it's just, but basically, it's materials times time base. That's kind of standard for
Mm-hmm.
pricing out work.
Okay. Do you have any advice for any like new artists trying to get into doing commissions first time?
Be very clear about your expectations. Be very communicative and clear. Have a sheet set out. Get all the information from them before even agreeing to take on the project. And be very clear about additional charges if they are indecisive about something and don't like let's say that you have put in work and you've given them like a concept and a sketch, etc., and they're asking you for a bunch of changes and redraws and adding things after they've paid you, right? And so they're now taking license to take advantage of you, right? When they're asking you to add things and doing extra, do not feel afraid of saying, okay, well, that's going to be this extra fee, etc., etc., but also be very communicative about that in the beginning. So have all the information out there before even taking on the contract.
Um. So actually, kind of build off of that. What did you ever heard like? What was the worst advice you ever gotten from someone? Did you ever got a bad advice before for like doing commissions or your art, anything like that?
Um, not that I can think of. I
Mm-hmm.
basically I didn't really ask a lot of advice. I just did everything,
Mm.
I just kind of um I would read online forums, about like horror stories based on contracts and stuff and people commissioning. So there's that. But like I didn't really ask anyone for I have a hard time asking for advice or anything. I just built everything myself from ground up. So I'm um yeah, no, I've never gotten bad advice, I guess.
Well, yeah, okay.
Is the
Well,
answer,
actually,
yeah.
that's very interesting because it can be relevant in the bingo game. Stay tuned for that.
Oh.
Yeah. So, did you ever caught someone stealing your art, or have caught somebody like somebody they stole their art?
I mean, art stealing is definitely out there and it's a thing. I do have so I've never seen anyone steal my art. I have been accused of that before wrongly. And it was like a big thing over Twitter because
I saw it.
you saw that one? Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah,
comment
it's
on it
pretty,
because it's not my place. Sorry.
yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. But anyway, it's atypical narcissistic personality disorder. It's fine.
Yeah, it
But
was.
I do,
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
oh no, go ahead.
It was a circle one, right?
Yeah, the one with the circle and the fairy. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you saw it. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, so no one's ever stolen my work as far as I know. If you guys ever see it stolen, please let me know. But and I'll do the same, I promise. But I do have a friend who has constant trouble. She's actually one of the artists that I represent in my gallery, but she has constant trouble with these Chinese companies taking her designs and selling, shirts, bags, different designs with her work on it all the time. And she's had to have lots of call to arms, everybody going and mass reporting all these products, and it happens constantly with her work. So it's definitely out there. It's a thing, especially as you grow and there's more eyes on your work, especially in the game industry. Fortunately, if you're doing work for a company, they have people actively like going through and taking that stuff down. But when it's your personal stuff, it's a little harder to target and send out those takedown notices and everything. So
So actually, that kind of goes to how do you feel about references? Like, what is the good way using references, and what is the bad way using references? Because like, you remember, like, because bring back like the one that accused you of stealing art. There was like really nothing. It was just using the circle. What I remember. Um, and it's like I think sometimes people look at something that's not actually there. Like oh, like they own a pose or maybe like a
yeah,
somewhat a theme idea kind of thing. I know, like I feel like some people
I
take it too
don't think
far.
there's any bad way to use a reference.
Hmm.
Um, I don't think. Let's see. How do I answer this? So I guess in relation to that incident that happened on Twitter, I think she just thought I stole her concept or something, and it
Hmm.
was it was totally like unrelated, not even alike. There was a circle in it and a fairy. That was it. But they weren't even like the same style, same pose, same any relation. So I think in that case, it was just someone being uh, narcissistic, someone trying to create clout on the internet, and it backfired. So I think that it was kind of shocking too because I had considered that person a friend,
Mm.
but I was just like, okay, well, all right, fine, be that way. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. But going back to the references question, I
Hmm.
don't think there's any bad way to use a reference. I think any reference you can find, apart from directly using another artist's art in a direct fashion, like a copied fashion of someone else's art. But I find it very helpful to take, let's say, another artist's work, and let's say you loved the combination of colors they use and you wanted a color pick. That's totally like that's okay. And then like taking inspiration from another artist's work, as long as it's not like a direct copy, that's fine too. Especially if it's like in a studying capacity and you're not making any money, right?
Yeah.
Do those studies. That helps you grow. If you're going to be making money off of something, you want to go a whole nother different direction. But um, I say use whatever reference fits your needs, and there's no wrong way to use them, honestly.
Okay. Well, then I had one more question, kind of relating to it. How do you feel about fan art? Like, uh,
I
especially selling it.
I think that it sells well. It garners a lot of attention. You know, people are already have a relationship with that character, and they love your take on it, et cetera, et cetera. I personally like to grow my. I like to paint my own things.
Mm.
I'm not a big fan art person. However, I do occasionally add it in, especially for social media clicks, etc. I
Mm.
don't really sell too many of my fan art things, maybe a couple. I did a painting of Flick from Animal Crossing, and I made stickers of
Mm.
that, and I'll like make some of that stuff and send it out to Patreon people for their monthly things. Like this month I have a Mandalorian painting I did that
Mm.
will be going out to some Patreon people, but I don't do it too often. I do it for special events and just for fun, and it's really good for social media and algorithm engagement and stuff like that. So because people enjoy seeing those things. That being said, I'm very much into doing my own original concepts and ideas, which is more challenging and more inspirational to me, especially in the way of like dragons and monsters and stuff. I love working through all the textures and creating something brand new.
Okay. Respectable answer. No, because that's something like a
Yeah.
new question I'll be asking from now on, like fan art, because I'm very curious.
Hmm.
That I heard some artists are very against it and
Right.
are defended to the death.
Well,
You know, so
yeah. Well,
I'm just curious. You know.
you can get in trouble for it, but again, just don't profit from it. Don't especially in a big way. I mean, I send some stuff out to Patreon people, but like it's not, that's every so often. It's mostly original stuff that's sent out. But see, I'm not making prints or anything. I'm not taking it to shows and I, but there are some artists that like just do fan art, and that's fine. Do your fan art. But you have to market it very differently, and you have to be careful about words that you use when you put it up, and because you can get those takedown notices, and sometimes get taken to court
Oh
if you
god.
don't comply. So it can be dangerous depending on the company. Uh, but I mean, more power to you. Whatever floats your boat, whatever inspires you, do it.
It's just out of nowhere. Here's a copyright notice from doing this. Take it down and
Hmm.
receive. I'm like, oh god. Um.
Yeah, I've gotten those takedown notices um, on artwork that was a complete original piece. But what I had done is I had tagged relatable subjects that are like part of shows and stuff. I think I tagged
Mm,
like Attack on Titan in it when the image had nothing to do with Attack on Titan, but I was just trying to get those eyeballs on it, right? Well, I got a
right.
takedown notice, a cease and desist on that image because they're not even looking at it. They're just targeting all the things with the tag. So if I hadn't have put that tag on there, we wouldn't have gotten that
That's
cease and desist.
so weird. That's so
Mm-hmm.
weird. Cause it goes back to like what you're saying. Like fan art does get eyeballs a lot faster, especially in social media. It gets a lot like trending
Right.
faster. Yeah, I totally understand why people do it. And
So
that's the
I
way
just
it
use
is.
hashtags and try to push things in the algorithm's direction, posting links and comments instead of main posts and yada yada yada. All those things you're supposed to do now to get around it 'cause it's such a pain in the ass. But I try to tag things that are related in pop culture. So when people search those things, they'll find the original thing that I'm trying to show off, you know?
All right, all right. Well, we're gonna go to our first little quiz.
Okay.
What type of dragon are you?
Oh,
We do have a quiz.
probably.
Well, we do have a quiz here. You could answer your own personal one, and we go use the Play Buzz quiz.
I'd probably be a forest dragon, I feel
Forest
like.
dragon. I'm gonna search that right now. Forest dragon. Ooh, that's actually really cool. Have you you probably pinned one on already, right?
I have a couple in the works.
Oh, a couple in the works. Okay, okay. So this is what it looks like right here. The forest dragon. There you go. I actually do like that, like the tree and like they're made of the tree and all that. But I mean, that's just one interpretation of
I
it.
mean, it's just a depiction of it.
Yeah, yeah, it's just one interpretation of it. All right. So I thought Pretty would be a snow dragon. I
A snow? Oh no, furry, you did not. Oh
all right. What song or song title, if you haven't heard, that most appeals to you? So I'm gonna name the names real quick, and you say which one you like or you've heard it.
What song?
Yeah. So it's right
Okay.
here. Here are the options right here. King of Anything by Sarah Bareilles. Clocks by Coldplay. People Like Us by Kelly Clarkson. Part of Me by Katy Perry. To the Sky, Owl City. Set Fire to the Rain by Adele. Let It Go by Menzel. Stereo Hearts by Gym Class Heroes.
Let's just go with Set Fire to the Rain.
All right, Set Fire to the Rain. I'm showing it on stream. Okay. Oh. I clicked the wrong thing. Oh, this is ruined. It's ruined. It's over. No, I'm just kidding. I'll just refresh it. I'll just refresh it because I added the in so people can see it better on stream. Set Fire to the Rain, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. All right, here we go. What is the most important to you? Status, friends, memories, power, uniqueness, or guardians?
Let me read that. Oh, can you go back over to the screen?
Oh, I didn't
There
change
it
it?
is.
Oh, yeah.
Status, friends, memories, freedom, power, uniqueness, guidance. Uniqueness, I would say.
All right. Choose your weapon. I don't know what this one means, but peacemaking skills, my mind and strength, dagger, poison, bow and arrow, spear, torch, or sword.
I'm waiting for the stream to catch up. Hold on.
Oh, I can share my screen with you actually.
Peace
So you can
and
see it faster.
pieces, right? Oh, that's a good idea. Okay.
Yeah, I'll share my screen. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got you.
It's easier when I read it. Let's see. Let's go with my mind and strength.
All right. Next one. If you could have one wish, what would it be? I wish for wealth, safety for myself and friends, world peace.
Oh, don't do this to me. These
Stay
are
young.
hard.
Stay young forever. Hey, you gotta be honest.
Oh,
My
you
true
can
friends
get
to
wealth by
reveal.
being young forever.
Wait, what?
Sorry,
What?
I'm talking over you. I'm sorry.
Oh no, just because I just want simplicity, fame, and control over others.
Mm. Oh, I like the simplicity one, honestly.
All right. Question number 5. A spoonful of sugar is bad for your health. Helps the medicine go down.
It helps the medicine go down for sure. YOLO.
All right, there you go. Someone is being bullied. What would you do? Oh wow. Okay. I hope after that fact, because directly dealing with the bully can make it worse. I'll tell whoever's bullying them to back off. Whatever helps my social status. It depends on the situation. I do nothing, but it wouldn't give me any pleasure to watch. I'll save you. The bully better watch out if they're picking on one of my friends. Keep bullying them, or you thought I was the bystander, huh? Okay. I was like, what? There we go.
That bully better watch out if they're picking on one of my friends.
Oh, so if it wasn't your friend, you wouldn't do nothing. Now we know how she is.
Oh, okay. I would do something. I would tell them back off then.
No, too late. I picked it. Too late.
I misread.
Now we know how she is. So if you're getting bullied, she's not your friend. She's not gonna do anything.
You better be my friend.
Warmth or cold? So we got hot, cold, and both.
Cold.
Cold? Okay, cold. Right. What animal can you relate to? A chihuahua? Because I feel less noticeable than I want to be. A sea lion. Because I'm just so innocent and lovable. True. Raven, because I feel understood. True. Human, because we are the power of the world. Okay. Wolf, because I am strong. Loon, because I am at peace. Hummingbird, because I am carefree. Butterfly, because I am free-spirited. I think I said that right. I'm sorry.
I am having a hard time between butterfly and raven.
Oh.
I'm going to go with raven.
Oh, she went dark.
I did.
Are you adventurous? Yes or no?
Yes.
Click on yes. Favorite sport? Martial arts, swimming, basketball, baseball, football, hockey, hiking / just walking, soccer.
What are sports? I'm just kidding.
So we just go just walking?
I would say, I really like swimming. Swimming's fun.
Just keep swimming. Just keep. What is your favorite element? Earth, fire, water, air.
I would say earth. When I was younger, I would have said fire, but definitely earth as I've gotten older.
An earthbender, huh? All right. If you could go back in time to try and fix something, would you do it?
No.
Oh, really? Why?
Everything is as it's supposed to be.
Good answer. Moving on. What would your ideal vacationing place be? A lake cottage, a 5-star hotel, a nice tropical getaway, anywhere where I can have a big party, a ski lodge, a comfy beach house.
I mean, I like all of those things, but I mean, how about I'll just go with what I would like to be doing right now. Well, honestly, anywhere where I can have a big party is any of those places. So let's just go with that one.
All right. All right. We got 3 more questions. What is your most accurate high school stereotype? Honor student, social butterfly, neutral, genius, geek / nerd, art student, which class clown, popular kid.
I guess it would have been. That's so weird to put yourself in a little niche. It wasn't. Sure. I was I was an honor student, but let's just go with art student.
Okay. I kind of figured. Oh, here we go. Favorite food group: desserts, oddball food. I don't know what that means, to be honest. Vegetables, meat, grain, all groups, beverages, and fruit.
Beverages definitely count. Let's go with.
I clicked on
beverages. Works. It's fine. It would have been that or meat. So.
Okay, well there you go. Let's see what kind of dragon you are. You are a Keonias, the ice dragon.
I am a snow dragon.
Furry, you got it right. She is a snow dragon. Wow, Furry knows you best. All right, let's see what this says. I can't.
He only said that because of the the other meaning for it. It's really bad.
The snow dragon, as it's called most of the time, is peaceful, elusive creature. It lives in the cold north, but comes out primarily in the soft snow. It symbolizes silence and stillness, like a wilderness sprinkle of soft snow. If you are a Kalinius, I'm saying it wrong. They are soft, quiet, unique. You might prefer time spent with yourself or close to others, and you rarely venture outside your comfort zone. I feel like that's the opposite of what you answered.
Yeah, I feel like a couple of those things aren't true, but
Do
it's
it,
fine, whatever.
do it over with me. Well, let me see if I can go back and see what happens. No, I can't go back. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's not my fault, right? She said beverages.
It's all good.
But most of the time, the first answer is the right answer. All right.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So that was So how do you feel about being a snow dragon?
Well, knowing the other meaning for it, which is like this super disgusting sexual prank that we had posted here. Let me get the image I shared. So I don't know how I feel about it. Let me grab it for you and send it to you.
Oh my god!
Because it's really bad.
It's really bad. Out of all the dragons,
I'm gonna pop it into chat if that's okay, so everyone can read it.
Yeah, it's completely fine. It's completely fine.
Yeah.
Out of everything, you got a snow dragon. Out of everything, like that is like weird.
You're gonna feel so shocked when you read that, though. You're gonna feel so shocked.
Can I read it on stream? I mean,
it should be fine. It's fine.
All right, this is your your vibe podcast episode. Here we go. Zoom in. And the last thing, snow dragon. This is your fault, Fury. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel for apology accepted. No, I'm just kidding. An advanced sexual prank in nature, the Alaskan snow dragon is when a male ejaculates in the female's mouth. Dog? Question mark? Slams her jaw shut with his hands. At the same time, informing her he has an STD. Anyone will do. She will immediately release the semen through her nostrils. Now you have made her perform the Alaskan dragon snow.
Oh. So I'm so sorry for putting the information in your brain. So when you ask me how I feel about being the ice or snow dragon, I don't know quite how to feel.
Well, you know what? You got a snow dragon. It is what it is, I guess.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. You can't.
I guess I gotta make an appointment with a doctor.
Like, that is 100%. The quiz is 100% true. It's like, it's truthful. It takes everything at your personality. You can't change it. It's too late. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
So, GG on you becoming a snow dragon. That is something I did not expect, to be honest. That was something that I was like, it's a snow dragon. Because I was like, we talk about snow dragon. I was like, what's the big deal? And then now I know.
Now you know. Now you know.
I got a sex education today, Pagu.
You did. I apologize.
No, you know what kills me though? Let me switch to the back. The face they put on this definition. The what? It just gets closer to your face. like out of everything, like the what? Like, oh man. Can I ask you, how do you find out about this? Like, to be honest, like, it's just
I was just scrolling through Facebook one day and someone had posted it. I stole it and put it in the meme channel in my so I thought it was funny and everyone would get a kick out. And it was a running joke yesterday on stream, and then now today it's coming up again. I don't know how this is happening.
Don't worry. I'll put the clip on Twitter, Instagram, all this, like this section right here. I'll post it all there.
All right.
So people can know that. And first I'm supposed to quiz. You know, so we got proof that she become a snow dragon, and then
oh my god.
And also, by the way, guys, hope you guys can check out the YouTube channel. If you guys miss any part of the podcast, will be uploaded on YouTube. We're actually 16 subs away from hitting 400.
Fantastic.
Woo! So yeah, I guess
Woo.
there's other interviews on there. There's bonus episodes too as well, and there'll also be clips, and also every episode from now on will be timestamped. So you have every question on there, and you will know exactly what part they're talking about, especially the snow dragon in this one. All right, so we're gonna go to the next thing, another game, but this one, hopefully, it's not you're not. I guess you're like 0-1, I guess. We're gonna play bingo.
Oh yes, I love bingo.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. You're gonna like this one. Bad artists have a bingo.
Oh no.
So let's see if you can get this bingo. I mean, if you get bingo, then hey, GG to you. But
let's do it.
here we go. I'm opening up Photoshop so I can make the marks. I believe I'm gonna share my screen from there. So you can see it right away. Let me know if you can see that. I will go more in. What? There you go. In the middle. Oh God. Yeah, Photoshop update sucks. Moving on.
All good.
There we go. All right, cool. There we go. It's time for bingo. Anybody in chat? Do you think this is gonna be a bingo on this? Press 1 for yes. Or no, it's for 2.
Oh, I have horrible habits. I'm gonna blackout.
Right.
We're going for blackout, baby. Blackout.
All right. Free space first. You procrastinate.
Do I procrastinate? Yes.
You got one already. Not looking good. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna turn that to red. All right, cool. All right, now we're gonna go left to right. Stupid or unclear file names.
Absolutely.
All right. Not looking good. As a million ideas not get realized.
Yes.
Oh. Forgets own art style.
I don't forget, but I do experiment with lots of different things. I would say no. I know what my style is.
Oh, then I mean it's the next one. Does not experiment or step out of comfort zone. So that means.
Oh no, that would be I experiment. Yeah.
All right, looking good. I feel doing studies will interfere with my unique art style.
No, I don't feel that.
All right. Pays attention but doesn't finish enough stuff or advertise their stuff effectively.
I would say that's not true.
All right. Keeps accidentally drawing on the wrong layer.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was like a little sigh and a little disappointment. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hides body parts that aren't comfortable drawing, hands, feet, etc.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay, so we'll leave it alone. Forgets to save regularly.
Yes. Like I have a save command in chat, and chat helps. Except they use it more when I'm doing traditional work, which is.
GG chat. GG. Never finished anything.
I finish.
All right. She finishes.
Eventually.
Oh, there you go. Doesn't utilize all available art tools, custom brushes, keyboards, shortcuts, supplies.
I would say that's not true. I utilize a lot of things.
Okay. Lacks the motivation, often burns out, too sad to draw.
Oh no, I'm always motivated. I'm ready to go. Always.
All right. Well, there you go. Coming from a snow dragon. I'm sorry, I can't let that go. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Only draws from specific angles, profile, 3/4, etc.
Oh no, I'll draw everything.
All right, cool. Disorganized art folders.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
All right. Avoids drawing backgrounds.
No, I'm drawing more background.
Okay. Disregards personal health in favor of drawing, like breaks, stuff like that.
God, you got me.
Oh, another mark. Okay. accidentally saves over the wrong version of file.
I don't do that.
You don't do that?
No.
Okay. Hates asking for help.
Oh, I definitely hate asking for
Yeah,
help.
there you go. Lines too sketchy or sloppy.
What is too sketchy or sloppy though? You can erase everything. That is actually a good thing though. Having loose lines is a great thing.
I think it's like you eventually don't ever do anything with it, I guess. In a bad habit kind of way. Where like you do it, but you're like, whatever, it's like it's enough work. I'm done. You know.
Just skip that one.
Okay.
I don't think that I'm too sloppy.
Perfectionist too self-critical. Oh, well, there you go.
Yes. I would say yes.
Cannot accept compliments to self-deprecating.
Oh, that's not me. I'm definitely not self-deprecating.
Doesn't spend enough time planning or sketching.
I actually spend quite a bit of time planning.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that one is a no also.
Same face syndrome.
Same face syndrome? What is that? Just drawing the same face over and over?
Yeah, like you have like a habit of doing the same thing, like whether like say for
I don't think that's true actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Forgets to actually post finished stuff.
Yeah.
Bingo!
Oh,
bingo! You got a bingo. How do you feel about
man.
being a bad artist with a lot of habits?
I'm a wiener.
A snow dragon, you mean?
Yes.
But there you go. She got bingo. We still haven't gotten one artist with no bingo. Man, I'm interviewing bad habit artists, man. This is not good.
I think everyone's got bad habits.
Good thing I'm not in the chopping block because mine would have been filled up, I think. But this is not about me. This is about you.
Yes.
So GG, bad artist bingo. We got
GG, I'm a bad artist.
Well, I will say the last artist I interviewed had 3 lines, so.
Really? Wow. Yeah. Crazy.
Hey, you never know. You never know. So there you go. So you got 1 across. How do you feel of having bingo and bad artist habit?
Oh, say that one more time. I think you cut out for me.
I cut out myself. I was like, what am I saying? How do you feel about getting bingo on this bingo?
I feel okay about it because I know all these things about myself, and I also don't consider them so horrible, except for the disregards personal stuff, because that's and also the doesn't like asking for help. There's a few things on here I guess I could work on. Shit, what is this? An art podcast or therapy?
Well, this is all about the artists, like it's showcasing we're not all perfect and we all have our disadvantages and advantages.
Oh, absolutely. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's true to themselves. So, I think this is pretty much at the end of the podcast. We have one more last question to wrap it all up. I learned a lot. Some things I didn't expect, which is really fun. What do people need to know about you? About how you think and what you need to create to understand and appreciate your artwork.
What people need to
pretty much
understand about me to appreciate my work.
Yeah, pretty much like an overall kind of like at the everything all together, pretty much. Like, what do you want people to know about you? Like to summarize everything. Like within your art.
Give me a second. Let me think about that for a second. I don't know. I'm pretty open already, but I guess I would say that I am a highly ambitious. I'm a highly ambitious, active-brained person, and I am really hard on myself to succeed and push forward. And when I'm working on things, I put a lot of myself into it, but and a lot of hours in every piece that I make. And I feel like I learn something from every single one of them. I think I don't know. I guess people need to understand that even though I'm so hard on myself and I put so much pressure on myself and I'm very ambitious, that I don't know. I have no words for that one, honestly. I just I put a lot of myself into every piece, and I hope you like them.
Well, there you go.
I'm really into texture and crunchy things that looks like you can feel them, and I hope you enjoy.
All right, so pretty much that's the last of the questions. The last thing we're gonna showcase is your store. So you have any like promotions going on? Any
I do.
promotions
I
going
have
on,
a
anything like that?
pre-order. I have a pre-order going for the newest tribal dragon for the canvas. There's a canvas print that's up for pre-order, and I'm sticking in free stickers with orders of that. So
There you go. I think I found it. Yeah, I found it. There you go. And you have select type. So you have 8x10 or canvas print. There you go. So there. It actually looks really cool.
Thank you.
I like how you do the background too, like for like photography kind of way. You know, adding that effect.
Yeah.
So yeah, so in your store you have like a couple pre-orders, and you have like prints, stickers, and original drawings.
Yep, and pins and lots of other things. I also have a section with used books in it, and all of those go to funding my new studio space. I'm renovating my barn into my new studio space, so I inherited this huge library, and I've been slowly posting books for people to purchase if they'd like, and 100% of those purchases go towards all the renovation costs. So we've been monitoring that over on my channel. I have a ledger there with what we've all saved for the new space that we're going to be streaming in and working in. So yeah.
Well, there you go. I'm gonna post that one by itself because I also got the gas for your link tree, which everything will be linked on YouTube on the description, and you could also use this video for any of your media, social media, whatever you want. I'll be uploading
Thank you
that
so much.
Drive.
This is awesome.
So yeah, to pretty much end it, what do you think about the podcast? Any feedback? Anything
I had a good time. I had a wonderful time. It's always good talking to you, though, John. It's yeah.
I mean, it's always good to I learned something new. I'm scarred for life.
And you were right. You're welcome. You weren't too hard on me with the questions. The questions were pretty great. And I don't know. I feel really good about your new venture. I'm really excited for you.
Well, thank you. I really do appreciate that, and hopefully you guys like it. If you got this is just for you too. Sorry, Twitch. Hope you guys hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell button. We're close to hitting 400 subscribers, so hope you guys go check that out. If you guys like any of them, any of the videos. Well, there you go. Follow her. And yeah, so there you go, guys. So we're getting close to 400. This is a podcast for artists. The more artists we get on here, the more subscribers we get, the alerts and all that good stuff, guys. The more we can help out other artists, and also just make more content within Twitch. Because I feel like that's a big thing missing, within Twitch, podcasts, events, all that stuff. And I'm just trying to do something about it. And this is just the first step. So if you guys want to help out with that, check out the YouTube and tell your friends, family, all that good stuff, and your dragon friends. Yeah, you will learn something new, especially on this episode. And that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna end the recording. And we'll see you guys next week for another artist. Peace out, much love. And record.